Are you feeling overwhelmed by the clutter in your closet? Do you find yourself holding onto clothes that no longer fit, are uncomfortable, or simply don't serve the lifestyle you're living today? If so, you're not alone. Many of us, especially as we age, accumulate items that weigh us down, not just physically but emotionally, too. But what if I told you that by decluttering your closet, you could not only create more space in your home but also make room for more joy, ease, and peace in your life? In this video, I'm going to show you 10 types of clothes you can let go of immediately. Clothes that are no longer serving you, your health, or your happiness. We'll dive into practical tips that will help you clear out your closet without guilt, and I'll guide you step by step through the process. By the end of this video, you'll feel empowered to create a wardrobe that truly reflects the life you're living now, not the past. You'll also discover how simplifying your closet can lead to improved mental clarity, better physical well-being, and more space for the things that matter most, like joy, family, and new memories. Trust me, this isn't just about tidying up. It's about embracing a new, vibrant chapter of life where you prioritize what truly makes you feel good. So stick around and make sure to watch until the end. I promise you'll walk away with not only a decluttered closet but a renewed sense of freedom and peace. Let's simplify together and make room for the life we deserve. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. Clothes that no longer fit. Clothes that no longer fit. It's something many of us don't want to confront, but it's a reality we all eventually face. If you're like me, you've seen your wardrobe change over the years, sometimes in ways that make you feel a little sad or even frustrated. We have these pieces that once made us feel powerful, confident, and even beautiful. That dress you wore to a special occasion, or those jeans that hugged you just right back in the day. But now, they sit in your closet, waiting, maybe even taunting you, because they don't fit the same way anymore. I know it's tough because those clothes are more than just fabric. They carry with them stories. Memories of the time when they did fit, when they made you feel like you could conquer the world. They hold a piece of your past, and letting go of them can feel like letting go of part of who you were. But here's what I've realized over time. Our bodies change, and that's a beautiful thing. It means we've lived, we've loved, we've grown. Think about everything you've been through. Careers, raising children, personal milestones. Our bodies have been our companions through all of it, and they deserve nothing less than gratitude. Yes, those clothes might remind you of the past, but they shouldn't keep you stuck there. It's not about what doesn't fit anymore. It's about embracing the person you are now. You're not defined by the dress size you wear or the way a blouse fits across your shoulders. You are defined by your strength, your journey, and your heart. I want you to approach this with kindness, both toward yourself and toward your wardrobe. Take a deep breath, open that closet, and let go of what no longer serves you. It's okay to feel nostalgic, to remember the good times associated with those clothes, but it's time to create room for what's next. There's someone out there who will adore that sweater or jacket, and by passing it along, you're giving it new life and purpose. It's a way of honoring both your past and your present. Afterward, go ahead, treat yourself. Treat yourself to something that makes you feel amazing, something that truly fits who you are today. When you find clothes that make you feel comfortable and confident, it's like a fresh start, a chance to celebrate this chapter of your life. It's more than just filling your closet. It's about filling your heart with joy, peace, and the knowledge that you've made space. Space for ease, for growth, for new memories. And remember, this isn't just about physical decluttering. It's about emotional decluttering, too. Letting go of things that don't fit means you're also letting go of old burdens and old expectations. So, be kind to yourself, and make room for all the wonderful things that are still waiting for you. Stay with me because next, we'll dive into another type of clutter that's surprisingly easy to release, and you might just find it hiding somewhere you didn't expect. 2. Uncomfortable shoes. Let's talk about something that most of us have dealt with at some point in our lives. Shoes. Oh, our feet. They've been there for us through thick and thin, haven't they? They've carried us through every significant moment, rushed us off to work, helped us walk down the aisle at those beautiful weddings, and even supported us as we chased after the little ones, trying to keep up with those boundless energies. But here's the thing, as we grow older, our feet, which have served us so faithfully, deserve more than just a glance in the shoe store aisle. They need proper care, attention, and, yes, a little pampering. Think about it for a moment. Have you ever found yourself holding onto a pair of shoes that pinch, rub, or leave you wincing in pain, all because you kept telling yourself, maybe they'll get better after I break them in, or they were expensive, so I shouldn't throw them out? I know I've been there. You buy something because it looks perfect in the store, or maybe it costs a pretty penny, and somehow the guilt of letting it go outweighs the discomfort it causes. But here's the cold, hard truth. Those shoes aren't doing you any favors. They're causing more harm than good, especially as we age. Uncomfortable shoes can lead to joint pain, exacerbate conditions like arthritis, and perhaps most concerning of all, throw off our balance. And let's be honest, our balance is something we can't afford to risk. Not now, not ever. We've earned our years, and we shouldn't have to live with pain or risk a fall just because we're holding on to something that doesn't serve us. So, what can we do to protect our feet, our joints, and our overall well-being? It's time for a little tough love. Start by testing every single pair of shoes in your closet. Take a few steps in them and feel how they fit. If they cause pain or make you feel wobbly, it's time to part ways with them. Don't let guilt keep you from making the choice that's right for your health. Instead, invest in shoes that offer the support and stability your feet truly need. And here's the good news. You don't have to sacrifice style for comfort. There are so many wonderful, fashionable options out there that will make your feet happy without compromising your sense of style. Letting go of those uncomfortable shoes is more than just creating space in your closet. It's an act of self-care, of putting your well-being first. It's about prioritizing your mobility and your confidence, because when your feet feel good, everything else in life just seems to fall into place a little more smoothly. Trust me on this. When you stop tolerating shoes that hurt, you'll be amazed at how much more enjoyable each step can be. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. So stick with me because, in just a moment, we'll dive into another hidden culprit of clutter that might be silently affecting your life in ways you don't even realize yet. 3. Damaged clothes beyond repair. Let's take a moment to talk about those old clothes. Yes, the ones you've been holding onto far longer than you should have. You know exactly which ones I mean. The shirt with that lone button missing, the pair of jeans with a tear in just the wrong place, or that sweater that has a stain you swear will come out eventually. If you're anything like me, there's this constant hope in the back of your mind. One day, I'll fix it. I'll get to it eventually. But let's face it, friends. How many times have you told yourself that, only for someday to never actually come? I understand the hesitation. Letting go of something we once adored, or something we spent money on, feels almost like a betrayal. There's a strange sense of guilt that comes with tossing something that once brought us joy, even though it's no longer doing its job. But here's the hard truth. Those damaged clothes, no matter how sentimental they are not serving you any longer. They don't fit your life anymore. They're just taking up space. And not just in your closet, but in your mind too. Every time you open that drawer or closet door, you're faced with that unfinished task, that nagging reminder of something you've put off, or worse, missed opportunities to take care of yourself. And my friends, that's not the kind of energy we need hanging around. So how do we let go of these items that have become nothing more than clutter, both physically and emotionally? It all starts with being brutally honest with yourself. If you haven't fixed that shirt or mended those pants by now, the likelihood of that ever happening is slim to none. And you know what? That's okay. It doesn't make you irresponsible. It simply means you've outgrown the need for that item to be in your life. Instead of clinging to it, find a way to honor it. Consider repurposing the fabric. Maybe turn that old shirt into a cleaning rag, or if you're feeling extra generous, donate the textiles to a recycling program. You'd be surprised how much good can come from reimagining what something was intended for. This way, you're not just throwing it away. You're giving it a new life and, in turn, releasing yourself from its emotional weight. When you clear out those damaged clothes, it's not just about tidying up your closet, it's about making space for something new. It's about making room for items that add value to your life, things that make you feel good when you see them, wear them, or even just touch them. Imagine opening your closet doors and finding nothing but clothes that bring you comfort, joy, and a sense of purpose. Every piece serves a role, and every time you reach for something, you know it's exactly what you need. It's a small change, but trust me, it's a change that can bring an overwhelming sense of relief and clarity. Letting go isn't just about parting with material things. It's about clearing away the mental clutter and creating space for the things that truly matter. 4. Closet untouched for over a year. Let me ask you something deeply personal. When was the last time you slipped into that blouse tucked away at the back of your closet, or those slacks you promised yourself you'd wear for that special day that never came? Has it been over a year since you last touched them? If it has, then it's time for some honest reflection, my friend. It's time to have a heart-to-heart with those forgotten clothes. As we age, we change, and so does the way we live. We no longer dress for the busy, bustling days of our youth, where every outing required a fresh ensemble. Now, the priorities shift. Maybe you don't venture out as much. Maybe comfort has become more important than the sharpness of a blazer or the stiffness of dress shoes. But, for some reason, we hold on to these clothes like they're part of our identity, almost as if we're afraid of what it might mean to let go of them. I'm sure this resonates with you. We keep these items in the back of our minds as what-if pieces, those outfits we might need someday, or that pair of shoes we could wear if the occasion ever arises. But, my friend, the reality is, if you haven't worn something through all 4 seasons, spring, summer, fall, and winter, then it's no longer serving you. It's just a weight that holds you back. And here's the thing. Instead of letting those clothes take up precious space in your life, imagine how much better they could be used by someone who needs them. That sweater you barely remember, or those shoes collecting dust, could be the perfect addition to someone else's wardrobe, someone who might not have the means to buy a new one. When you let go of these untouched clothes, you free yourself in ways you didn't even realize. You aren't just cleaning out your closet, you're clearing space in your mind. No more endless digging through piles of maybe someday outfits. Instead, you'll be left with only the things that truly make you feel good, that you wear and love. That, my friend, is an act of self-care, a little breath of fresh air for your soul. So, stay with me, because next, we're going to dive into something that's not just about physical clutter but emotional clutter, too. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. 5. Memory-laden clothes. Let's dive into something we all know too well. The clothes that are intertwined with our deepest memories. These aren't just garments. No, they're tangible pieces of our life's story. Think of the cardigan your spouse loved seeing you wear on cozy evenings, or the jacket you wore at that unforgettable family reunion where laughter echoed and time seemed to stand still. Each item carries the essence of a moment, whether it's a shared smile, a tear shed, or a simple but profound connection. For us seniors, these pieces are more than fabric. They're treasures that hold emotions, stories, and the warmest chapters of our lives. We hold them close because, in so many ways, they keep us tethered to the beautiful people and moments we never want to forget. But here's the hard truth we often overlook. While these cherished clothes are filled with love, they can, over time, start to feel like a weight on our shoulders. Instead of sparking joy, They sometimes tug at us with bittersweet nostalgia, even guilt. We begin to find ourselves tangled in a sea of memories, feeling overwhelmed by the sheer volume of these physical mementos. Our closets, once spaces of organization and order, start to feel more like cluttered museums, holding on to the past instead of making room for the present and future. I know from personal experience that this feeling of being bogged down by too much of the past can become stifling, especially when it's hard to let go of something that has meant so much. So, how do we honor these memories without letting them control us? Here's a suggestion that has worked wonders for me. Instead of holding on to every item, try taking a photograph of it. That dress you wore to your granddaughter's wedding, or that beloved sweater you wore through thick and thin during your working years. Capture it in a photo. By doing so, you can keep the memory alive yet free yourself from the physical clutter that doesn't serve you anymore. It's not about erasing the past, but about preserving the essence of it while making room for new experiences. Once you've done that, choose just one or two truly meaningful items to keep as a physical reminder. The one sweater that brings you comfort on cold nights, or perhaps that scarf that was a gift from a dear friend. Let the rest go, with the knowledge that these items will bring comfort and joy to someone else and free your space to breathe again. The truth is, by clearing out your closet, you're also clearing out the space in your heart and mind, making room for fresh memories, new experiences, and, yes, even a little peace of mind. It's like permitting yourself to live in the present while still cherishing the past. There's a quiet strength in making this choice, and trust me, it feels like a weight lifted off your shoulders. Stay with me, because next, we'll explore another form of clutter that keeps us hanging on to a future that no longer serves us. Let's take this next step together and continue this journey toward emotional freedom. 6. The someday clothes. Let's take a moment to reflect. How many of you have clothes tucked away in your closet, saved for that elusive someday? Perhaps it's a pair of slacks you're convinced you'll fit into again one day, or that dress you bought for an occasion that never seems to come. You know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you? I've been there myself, holding onto those pieces of fabric, thinking that one day I'll slip back into them. But here's the thing, as seniors, it's all too easy to get caught up in the should-haves and the could-haves of our past. Those clothes are like a mirror reflecting not the person we are today, but the person we think we should be. It's a painful reminder of what hasn't been accomplished, of goals that slipped through our fingers, and it can trigger feelings of self-doubt, regret, or frustration. But here's a truth that I've come to realize, and it's something I wish someone had told me sooner. You deserve better than that. You deserve to embrace who you are right now, as you are in this very moment. The you who's lived, learned, loved, and grown through life's ups and downs. And that person doesn't need to squeeze into those outdated clothes that no longer serve her or him. Those someday clothes are a weight on your spirit, a constant reminder of expectations that only hold you back. I say, let them go. Let go of the jeans that no longer zip up or the blouse that doesn't feel like you anymore. Release them. Because here's the thing. When you clear out that clutter from your wardrobe, you make room for something truly precious. Clothes that reflect who you are now. Clothes that make you feel comfortable, confident, and at peace with yourself. When you do that, you make space for joy, for freedom, and for embracing the life you've built. And my dear friends, when you donate those someday clothes, you're not just clearing your closet, you're passing on a gift. What no longer serves you could be exactly what someone else needs to move forward in their journey. So, let go of the pressure, the regret, and the weight of those old hopes. Instead, celebrate the wonderful, unique person you've become. You are worthy of a wardrobe that makes you feel fabulous, not trapped in the past. And remember, by releasing those clothes, you're permitting yourself to live fully, to live now. Let it be a liberation, not just of fabric, but of your heart and mind. And stick around, because next, we're going to talk about another type of clothing that might be silently adding stress to your daily routine without you even realizing it. Let's tackle it together. 7. Clothes that are hard to maintain. Let's talk about those high-maintenance clothes for a moment. The ones that seem to demand constant attention, like needy children who never quite grow up. You know the ones I mean, right? The pieces that come with endless care instructions. Hand wash only, iron on low, dry clean only. It's exhausting just reading them. Now, as I've grown older, I've come to appreciate simplicity and ease more than ever. At this stage in life, there's already so much on my plate, so the last thing I want to deal with is the endless effort of maintaining a delicate blouse that wrinkles just by looking at it or a pair of pants that require hours of attention just to look presentable. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. When you reach this point in life, your time becomes incredibly valuable, and that energy, it's like gold. It's something we can't afford to waste on clothes that demand far more than they're worth. I'm not saying fashion isn't important. What we wear says a lot about us, but I'm saying we deserve comfort and convenience in our later years. There's something downright frustrating about spending precious hours battling with clothes that don't even make it out of the closet anymore because they're simply too much work. And let's face it, some of us, after a few years, have likely just given up on those items entirely. So, here's my suggestion. Take a deep breath, open that closet, and take a moment to evaluate what's hanging there. How much effort does each piece require? If it's more of a hassle than it's worth, let it go. We don't need to hold on to things just because they cost a lot or have sentimental value. Instead, opt for fabrics that work with you, ones that make your life easier. Think cotton, soft knits, and durable blends that are easy to care for. These fabrics can handle whatever life throws at you without a second thought. When you simplify your wardrobe like this, it's not just about less clutter, it's about reclaiming your mornings. It means no more frantically searching for that blouse you love, but that needs a 5-step cleaning process. You'll be able to get dressed with ease, feel comfortable in clothes that don't require constant maintenance, and free up your time for the things that truly matter. You'll find yourself with more time to enjoy the small pleasures of life, like a warm cup of coffee, a chat with an old friend, or just enjoying a quiet afternoon. And that, I believe, is worth its weight in gold. 8. Seasonal clothes you no longer use. Over the years, we all seem to accumulate a collection of seasonal clothes that once served a purpose but no longer hold the same value. I know I've done it myself. Holding on to that thick winter coat that I used to wear during those bitterly cold months up north, or the pile of scarves and gloves that have long been forgotten, collecting dust in the back of the closet. If you've since relocated to a warmer climate, or maybe just don't spend as much time outdoors as you used to, these items likely don't hold the same significance anymore. They were once practical and necessary, but now they just take up precious space. As we age, our lifestyles naturally change. We start to prioritize comfort, ease, and practicality over the more fashionable or elaborate pieces we may have once loved. And that's okay. It's a good time to take a step back and ask yourself, does this item still fit the life I'm living today? When I asked myself that question, I realized how many bulky winter garments I was hanging on to simply because I had no emotional strength to part with them. I had convinced myself that I might need them, just in case. But in reality, they weren't serving me anymore. It can be emotional to let go of things that have memories attached to them, but there's also freedom in simplifying our lives and making space for what truly matters. When I decided to part with those items, it wasn't just about clearing out my closet, it was about freeing myself from the weight of the past. It felt so good to donate those heavy coats, boots, and sweaters to local charities and shelters, knowing that they would go to people who truly needed them during colder months. Imagine how much warmth and comfort someone else could experience, all because you decided to let go. By aligning your wardrobe with your current environment and activities, you make your space more practical, but more importantly, you make your life a little easier. I promise that letting go of these items can be a truly liberating experience. It's not about getting rid of things, but about making room for a life that feels lighter, more in tune with the present, and one where comfort and practicality reign. So, Take a moment to reflect and consider whether those seasonal clothes are truly helping you live the life you want today. If not, it might just be time to say goodbye and let them go with love. Stay with me because, in the next section, we'll address something many of us are guilty of: holding on to duplicates. Let's dive into that next. 9. Duplicate items. Let's dive into something that often creeps up on all of us without us even noticing: duplicate items. I'm sure you found yourself in a situation where you bought another white shirt or a second pair of black pants, thinking, "Oh, I might need an extra one, just in case." It seems harmless at first, doesn't it? But over the years, these just-in-case purchases can quickly add up. Before long, your closet is bursting at the seams with duplicate items, and yet, you find yourself reaching for the same one or two favorites time and time again, the ones that truly bring you comfort and joy. It's easy to get swept up in the habit of buying more, just in case. But as we grow older, simplicity becomes an even more profound part of our lives. When we're younger, we might enjoy the chaos of choices, but as time passes, we come to realize that having too many duplicates doesn't just create clutter. It creates unnecessary complications. It's not just about having things. It's about having the right things, the ones that bring us ease and make our days smoother. Those extra shirts, the unnecessary sweaters, the stack of "I might wear this someday" jeans, those items, once meant to simplify our lives, end up becoming a tangled mess of indecision. They get pushed to the back of the closet, forgotten, collecting dust. And that's where the magic of letting go comes in. I'm not just talking about decluttering your space, but about embracing simplicity and the clarity it brings. Take a moment to think about the pieces you truly love, the ones that make you feel like your best self when you put them on. Keep those. And as for the extras, the duplicates that sit untouched, take a deep breath and let them go. Whether it's that extra sweater you bought just in case you needed it, or those just-in-case t-shirts you thought would come in handy one day, remember, they'll do far more good in someone else's hands than gathering dust in yours. Curating your wardrobe this way isn't just about clearing physical space. It's about making room for the things that truly matter: time, peace of mind, and a clearer sense of self. When you're not buried in unnecessary choices, your mornings become simpler, your closet more meaningful, and your life a little less chaotic. You gain a deeper appreciation for the items that truly reflect who you are right now. And with less clutter, your closet becomes a symbol of the intentional life you're living: thoughtful, focused, and excited for what comes next. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Stick with me because up next, we'll explore the final category. One that's all about aligning your wardrobe with the lifestyle you want to live today. Let's embrace that next chapter together. 10. Clothes that no longer fit your lifestyle. Clothes that no longer fit your lifestyle. Oh, how much weight those words can carry. It's not just about the clothes. It's about the years of memories, the moments that those clothes symbolize, and the habits we've built around them. I get it. Parting with these old garments is not as simple as it seems. They hold stories, they carry emotions, and they reflect versions of ourselves that were once so vibrant and full of life. But here's the thing. Clinging to clothes that no longer align with who you are today can leave you feeling weighed down, both physically and emotionally. As we grow older, our lifestyles naturally evolve. We change, we shed old routines, and we start prioritizing different things. And our clothes, they're a silent reflection of that journey. Yet so often, we hold on to them for far too long, believing that they are somehow a part of us, when in reality, they may be standing in the way of our personal growth and happiness. Decluttering your closet is so much more than just creating physical space. It's about creating space in your heart, mind, and life. It's about saying goodbye to the versions of you that are no longer needed and making room for the person you are today and the life you truly desire to live. I know how tough it can be, especially as we get older. Over the years, we accumulate not just clothes but memories. Good, bad, and everything in between. and those memories can make it hard to let go. But I promise you, my friends, that every piece of clothing you release is more than just an item leaving your closet. It's a weight lifted off your shoulders, a step toward clarity, freedom, and embracing the life you deserve. You don't need to hold on to the past any longer. It's okay to let go. Imagine this. Your closet, a peaceful sanctuary that greets you each morning with open arms, is no longer a source of stress or frustration. Instead, it's a space that reflects who you are now, a person who is wise, calm, and knows what truly brings joy. Your closet should be a place of calmness, not chaos. Let it be a reminder that you are worthy of simplicity, of peace, and of the present moment. In this process, you're not just making room for new clothes. You're making room for a new chapter in your life, one that is filled with confidence, ease, and the kind of joy that can only come from embracing the person you become. As we wrap up today's journey together, I want you to reflect on what we've explored. We've talked about decluttering more than just our closets, about making space in our lives for the present, for joy, and for the person we are becoming. So, what have you learned so far? What resonated with you the most? Maybe it's about releasing the clothes that no longer serve you, or maybe it's about embracing a simpler, more peaceful lifestyle. I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you'll be bringing into your own life? Let me know in the comments below. And if this video spoke to you in any way, don't forget to show some love by leaving your comment, liking, and sharing it with others. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this. Thank you for being part of this journey with me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Stay calm, stay inspired, and take that step toward living your best life.